Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Aquarius. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, Aquarius, we have the Ace of Swords. Your person is also showing up as the Ten of Wands. So you may meet this person as they're going through or ending some sort of major move or transition or transformation. They're viewing you as the Ace of Wands, so something fun, new, exciting, attractive, a lot of potential here. And the relationship is defined as the Nine of Cups. So one that is wish fulfillment, really fun. We'll see if this is, we'll see if this is anything that's meant to be long-term or not. But we see the Eight of Wands. So I definitely feel like they're going to have a lot of focused intention on you, Aquarius. I feel like this is somebody who's ready for something new after what they've been through. Again, it could be a move. It could be the end of a relationship, an end of a tough cycle. The Eight of Wands is somebody who's manifesting this. This is also someone who's really capable, somebody who's handling a lot and making it look pretty easy. Okay. The Ace of Swords tells me this person is intelligent, they're thoughtful, they're in alignment, they're honest. And we see the World in reverse. So this person might be very different from you, a different race, religion, tradition, or background. Again, you may be meeting them as they're wrapping up some sort of cycle, or they're just wrapping up, like going through this transition. The World is fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. And we see the Four of Cups energy in reverse, and this connection may take them by surprise. The Four of Cups in reverse also indicates that this is somebody who's emotionally available, they're open, they're ready to have fun and date again, or, put their focus and energy and intention in living life is what I'm getting. Now, Aquarius, the Five of Swords, you might feel a little bit conflicted because you might not be sure if they've wrapped up this cycle or completed whatever this is that they're going through. So I do think you're going to be a little bit detached. You're going to hold back, watch and wait and see if this is something worth fighting for or worth emotionally investing in. So I do think you're going to be a little bit cautious, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're wise. You've learned a lot of tough lessons, I'm getting. All right, and so yeah, this person has experienced loss and they're in a period of recovery. Again, that transformation, this transition. I mean, maybe, anytime there's a new beginning, there's something we're losing or we're leaving behind, right? This person has been deeply wounded and trust must be established to open their heart. That would make sense with the Ten of Wands here. So again, they also need to take some time here to see if this is a connection that they can trust. This person does not have any children. And we do see, Aquarius, that they have strong air in their chart. Possibly more Aquarius or another Aquarius, but it could be Libra and Gemini. So you two are going to be quite compatible. Definitely like on the mental, on a mental intellectual level. With the Ten of Wands, again, this person has been through or is kind of wrapping up or going through this major transformation. And for example, if they've just moved to your city, your state, or your country, or they just changed jobs, or they're finalizing a divorce, or they're settling in a state after some sort of loss, it's fair for you to be a little bit cautious and see, is this person really ready to emotionally invest? Or is this a rebound? Or is this... is this a rebound, or is this, something that's just going to take their mind off of what they're going through? Okay, so you're right to be discerning. This person may be in their 50s. Now, this is not going to be for all of you. This is going to be a confirmation message for some of you. Ginger, that card just came through. And I was going to say, we should take a look at that. But here she came back out. So with this Ginger card, obviously this could be somebody who has reddish auburn hair or like strawberry blonde hair. But it can also be someone that, has a cat named Ginger, loves ginger tea, cooks with ginger, uses ginger in home remedies, loves gingerbread or ginger cookies. All right. And we see this person is very loving, very affectionate. Okay. What else do my Aquarius need to know about this person? Okay, so this person, there's a childlike innocence to this person. All right, with the child card. Sweet and innocent energy they're giving off. But we see mature woman. Now, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. But what's interesting is, again, this person might look a lot younger than they actually are, or if they're younger, they act much more mature. I do like that because I do feel like this is somebody who's really got it together, somebody who's best of both worlds, right? They've got this youthful, innocent, free-spiritedness, but they've also been through a lot, so there's a maturity, there's a wisdom here. And we see gift energy in reverse. I do think this is somebody who's maybe not always had it easy, is what I'm getting, and nothing has ever really been handed to them. All right, so they're definitely hardworking. There's somebody that's not expecting any handouts or not expecting other people to, do the emotional labor. All right, so we see this person will be the one to ask you out. So they're going to take initiative. They're going to pursue you. They may be wearing red or like to wear the color red. Maybe they dye their hair red, or they, sometimes I don't know, I was getting that like dyed red hair. That could be you, it could be them. And of course that is not for all of you, it's for like one of you out there. This person's first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel, and your paths will cross during the next air sign season, which is Libra, September, October time. So, and I don't think you're going to have to wait that long for a lot of you, but it may be unfolding between now and then. Libra, this person sees you as very attractive. They see a lot of potential, a lot of energy here with the Ace of Wands. Okay. They see you as highly intuitive. They may feel like you are what they've been manifesting here. And the Two of Cups in reverse, they may feel like you two are soulmates in separation. They may also feel like you have a decision in love. So they may feel like you have to choose between them and someone else, or that you're going to be choosing about whether or not this is the right connection, like kind of like the ball is in your court, because they do see you as a little bit guarded and a little bit protected. They also know that like you could very easily walk away from this, maybe because of whatever they're going through. Like I feel like this person's really well aware that, the timing, I'm not saying that the timing is off, but that the timing could be a little bit off or is less than ideal. But they also see you as the best of the best, Aquarius, and they see you as someone worth fighting for. All right, and we see the Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. So I do think, my Aquarius, you're going to be a little bit confused about this relationship, at least in the beginning. I don't think you're going to see it coming. I mean, I do feel like it could be a surprise for, both of you here. But I also think you're going to be unsure about whether or not you should move forward. It's like you see all this potential, but there are some question marks here, at least in the beginning of the connection. So let's see, what do they really like about you? Or what do they notice about you? Mother energy. So you could be a single parent. They might like that, that you're a parent. Maybe they are as well. But they see you as nurturing, patient, and unconditionally loving. That can be with children. It can be with pets. It can be with your plants. It can be with your friends. And they see you as the destroyer archetype. So releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life here. Also, in true Aquarius fashion, they see you as the seeker, which is a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever you are. So whether you like to travel, or you're always reading or watching documentaries, whatever it might be, they love this about you. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups. So, this very well could be wish fulfillment, but the Nine of Cups in a love reading, Aquarius, I'm not going to lie, can sometimes be someone who's around for a good time, but not a long time. Like I said, there's a lot of potential here, but there is something that's going to make you feel a little bit confused or hesitant. All right, and we see that an open-ended becoming, this connection remains alive to what may unfold. So I feel like this is Spirit's message, is that it's going to be different for all of you about where this goes. And this connection reminds you that choice remains yours. Yeah, the ball is in your court. Some of you are going to choose to move forward with this person. For others of you, you might feel like things are a little bit still too messy, or maybe not in alignment with what I'm looking for. And this connection honors each person's journey. All right, so respecting individual paths. So I feel like whatever you choose, I feel like this person's going to be respectful of your choice. Like I said, I think they know the ball is in your court. And this connection arrives to interrupt repeating patterns that have kept you stuck. Awareness becomes the first step toward change. Okay, so yeah, so you're going to be, you know, like if you see red flags, it's like you're going to be recognizing them and like acting on them quicker than you did in other connections. You know, and I think you're going to be really discerning. Now, some of you absolutely will move forward with this person. Okay, but when you feel clear, when you feel ready. All right, Spirit saying that honest communication. So I do get that from this person with the Ace of Swords. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Okay, you two are a perfect match. There's potential here for a lasting love, but the energy is fun and lighthearted, but uncertain. See, we keep getting that same sort of message coming through here. So again, ball is in your court. It remains alive to what might unfold. All right, let's go ahead and see anything else we need to know in the coming weeks and as early as next week for some of my Aquarius. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.